Okay. Since its election to the Massachusetts State Senate in 2014, Senator Eric Lesser has been an advocate for those who are fighting and recovering from addiction in the Commonwealth.
So I think the importance here is explain that we're all in this together, that this is a crisis that we're all facing, and that just like it affects everybody, the solution has to include everybody.
He created and published a 4-point plan in May 2014, including concrete steps to address the problem of addiction. The plan included the addition of more drug courts specializing in sending drug users to treatment instead of jail, work to end dependence on prescription drugs through partnerships with the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and other organizations, investment in new treatments that have shown promise in decreasing withdrawal symptoms, and an increase in the availability of the drug Narcan, which can save lives by reversing the effects of a heroin overdose. Senator Lesser has also sponsored legislation to close the pharmacy shopping loophole by requiring pharmacies to report their distribution of commonly abused prescription drugs within 24 hours rather than the current 7-day. The Massachusetts Association of Alcoholism and Drug Addiction Counselors is proud to recognize this work by presenting the Special Recognition Award to Senator Eric Lesser. Thank you so much for all of your work you're doing.
That's really kind. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Congratulations. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, thank you so much. I'm so sorry I'm not there in person. I had a long-standing personal conflict, but I am with you in spirit. And first, I want to just thank the Massachusetts Association of Substance Abuse Counselors. You really do fantastic work every single day. You're on the front lines of our country's, our states, our communities' addiction crisis. We know that the way that we are going to solve this crisis, the way we are going to prevent addiction, is through community engagement, through education, through prevention. And each and every one of you are on the front lines of that every single day in your schools, in your communities, in your neighborhoods. So I want to sincerely thank you from the bottom of my heart for your leadership and your selflessness and your public service day in and day out. And I would just like to say, this is an unprecedented public health emergency that we're facing, and we need to take a multifaceted approach. We need to improve access to medication-assisted treatment. We need to improve education and prevention. We need to get more folks like all of you into more schools earlier and earlier and in more active and active ways. We need to ramp that up. We need to continue to expand and invest in our substance abuse and addiction counselors in our schools and in our communities. And we also need to do a lot more around treatment, better access to medically assisted treatment, more and more frequent access to Narcan, and do more to get the cost of Narcan down. And we need to do a better job of reintegrating folks who have struggled and folks who have faced addiction back into communities. That means more job placements, that means more counseling, the work you all do every single day, getting our folks suffering from these addictions back and reintegrated into the community, reducing the stigma. That both helps folks who have hit that hard patch, and it prevents more people from having to face that very tough situation. So from the bottom of my heart, I'm very humbled by this recognition. It's a labor of love for me because this is important work every single day, and this, I believe, is just the start of the work and the advocacy and the efforts that we're going to continue to do. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Senator,
I appreciate
for all
it.
the work you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you.